Hey, I'm talking to Sam Henry, working on the Atlas experiment and the electron ion collider. And yeah, Sam, what's your motivation to have a career or what was your motivation to have a career in particle physics?
Well, I guess it's not something I planned in advance. If I go back to when I was a teenager and when I was a physics undergraduate student, I guess I assumed that I would get a physics degree and then go and work in industry, messing around with electronics and computers, because that was what all the role models I had at the time were doing. I guess somewhere along the way, I got interested in all these fundamental physics questions about the universe and about and fundamental particle interactions, and so I just decided to do a experimental particle physics because that seemed to be doing both things. I was messing around with electronics and computers, but also working on these big questions that just seemed rather more interesting than just working in industry.
Okay. And what fascinates you most about particle physics?
Oh, well, I guess you're just aware that the more you study it, the more you're aware that there's just so many unanswered questions. There's so many things that you start off thinking, oh yes, surely we can figure this out, but then you realise that actually these problems are rather bigger than we can anticipate. So things like the question of what is dark matter is just something that we still haven't really got much of a clearer picture of it after working on it for the last 20 or 30 years. So I guess I'm just it's just you're just aware that there's all these things about the universe that we still don't know. So it's I guess just a general curiosity thing. But I guess you're also aware, well, what you're doing is exploration. You are continuously building but more and more sensitive experiments. You're probing what the structure of matter is at a smaller and smaller scale. So it is, in a way, it's exploring the unknown, and you are finding out more things about the world around us.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like we have exciting times ahead of us. And one last question, what makes Oxford a special place for you?
Oh, I think it would just have to be the sheer diversity of people that are working in Oxford and the amount of research that goes on here. So I mean, just within particle physics, we have people that are working on the big detectors at CERN like Atlas and LHCb, as well as people working on neutrino experiments and people working on dark matter. But then, of course, we also have all the other parts of the physics department. So people are working in quantum information. We have people working in applied physics and biophysics, and of course, that's just one department. When you then look at the university as a whole, you realize that there are just as many fascinating questions in all the other areas. So I think that's what makes Oxford really so interesting. The fact that you just meet so many people just randomly, and you find that they're working on something that you either didn't know about or only vaguely aware about, and it turns out to be a really fascinating question that you can easily imagine somebody would spend their entire careers addressing this one question.
All right. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.